Hey, y'all, check this out. As somebody grew up with a bit of childhood trauma that for me, I didn't realize it then, I was just me, but I was a really highly sensitive kid, which then makes for a really extreme startle reflex. And now I'm going to share with you this little video here. Because I like to simplify things, like what were the biggest, most impactful things that I learned in my journey of healing from trauma? I learned that when I got freaked out, I would have a startle reflex that I would then cocoon. I would hide inside. And what happens when I hide it inside of myself, I didn't realize that the world wasn't full of people that are completely separate. Only later did I learn that the non-dual experience is something that's very real, that we are actually awake inside of each other's minds. Lucid dreaming is a real thing, not just at night, but during the day. That there's something that we are all designed to do with the people that we're here to find, with the people that we're here to find. And if you're called to work with trauma, for me, the biggest gift that somebody gave me was they found me in their head. I can't say it any other way. It's this weird ass non-dual thing. So if I look at this video, I am separate and she is separate. And my experience inside my head is I'm in her mind looking around. Just with how I'm thinking, the pictures I'm thinking, spatially, what I'm aware of with my hand, I'm tracking this source energy as it moves through her. Now, for those of you who don't have an experience of non-dual, this is going to look like some wacky pseudoscientific rubbish, which it did for me as well. But then either with a handful of mushrooms or something similar, you get forced into the face-to-face with the reality of there really being a non-dual experience. The thing that was the most pivotal for me in my healing journey from trauma was finding somebody else that could find me in the big mind. So for those of you who are called to find the others because you have your own history with some trauma, with some disconnection, and you just know the horror of that life, it's a good sister discipline to learn not just how to help your clients or your loved ones wake up to the non-dual aspect of life, but once you got the wake up part down, that's stage one, is you don't just let it go then. There's actually rules to the game, just like any racquetball game or golf game. There's very specific rules for how the energy moves up a specific anatomy, like a specific spine. And this is all laid out in yogic texts and rules. There's a specific anatomy and physiology for how the energy should move, that it hasn't learned to move because of maybe you've been in a traumatized, contracted state. But then it can learn, like we can learn anything else. And for me, this, 20 minutes on a table session like this, which you can do in person or online, because the non-dual you can do on a Zoom call from across the planet. Lots of people doing it these days. So notice that I'm not actually doing stuff that's specifically to her to stir up the energy, drive it one way, drive it the other way. I'm not cutting cords or pulling out darkness. Actually just holding the architecture of the awakened container so that she can find herself there. Okay, y'all. Thanks for watching.